It has been 18 years since the dawn of 21st century. And in this century, we have seen that four skills are being identified and are being looked upon as the most important skills. Now, these four skills for anybody in any walk of life, or the communication, critical thinking, creativity, and of course, the collaboration skill. In the last 20-30 years, we have seen that English has emerged as the most accepted and widely spoken language on this planet. And I can understand that many of you are teachers working in schools which offer English as a medium of instruction. So as a teacher working in an English medium school, it becomes even more important for you and people like me that we focus on ensuring that our English communication skills are flawless and absolutely spotless. It is interesting to note, and many of us are already aware of the fact that English is not a native language to us. We are not native speakers of English, but that doesn't mean that we can afford to make mistakes while we communicate, while we talk, whether it is spoken English or it is the written English. Once you're in a professional world, once you are in a working world, it is expected that your communication is flawless and you have fluent communication skills. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mudgal's Musings, my channel dedicated to increasing the productivity of teachers all over the world. And in this video, we're going to talk about some of the online resources that are going to help you make your English communication stronger, better, and flawless. Well, before we get into the discussion about what resources are available for teachers to improve their skills, let's talk about some of the common errors which you and I make. The most common error which teachers make is using a universal question tag, and that is, isn't it? For everything. Well, it's not just limited to only the teachers. In fact, most people who speak English, they tend to do this mistake, and that is about putting isn't it with every single sentence. Well, that is one of the most common mistakes which we need to be avoiding. We all make this mistake, isn't it? Well, what I just did was a demonstration of a common mistake or a common error. What is the correct way of putting it across? We all make mistakes, don't we? That's the correct question tag for that statement. Another common mistake which people make while communicating in English is the subject-verb agreement. Quite often, the subject is a singular, but people use a plural verb, or the vice versa. The subject is plural, whereas the verb is singular. Although what others think of us should not be the guiding factor for us to improve ourselves. The reality is that is how the world works. We quite often react to things and very limited number of times are proactive. If you are a teacher, irrespective of what subject you are teaching, it's important that you are able to communicate well, that you don't make any mistakes when you are in the classroom teaching something to your students. Like adults, students also form opinion of you. So what's stopping us from improving ourselves? Nothing but ourselves. If you happen to be in an environment of English, then you cannot escape from the fact that you are expected to speak flawlessly. Well, I keep listening to this quite often and I keep correcting people also on this. One of the most incredibly annoying thing which people say is can't able to. Can you imagine that? The word can already has ability. So why do bring in another word with ability into it? Okay, I know, I can see that you're getting annoyed, you're getting upset over the fact that many of the mistakes are being brought out. So let me straight away talk about the remedies or the opportunities available for all of us to improve our communication skills. There is another very interesting website which offers quite a few free courses in English communication skills for adults, and that website is the Allison Courses. Alright, before I wind up today's talk, so here is a quick recap of what we have discussed today. We can't afford to make mistakes. We need to be spotless in our English. That there are n number of opportunities available online for us to improve ourselves at our own pace. All that is required is the willingness and the proactive attitude in us. I hope you find the things that we discussed today in this episode useful, and if you find them useful and if you like what I'm doing is a good job, then please do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, Mudgal's Musings, a channel dedicated to improving teachers' productivity. Before I see you again next time, have a wonderful time ahead.